is up, all you beautiful people? My name is Mahia, and I'm your blind guide. And I want to talk to you first about SHIBTORO. Now, what they're doing, I think, is really, really awesome and exciting because what they're doing, they have something called flexanomics. So, kind of like tokenomics, except flexible. So they can change it anytime they want to match the market. For example, if they know they're coming out with something big and they're worried that people are going to buy the rumor, sell the news, they could hike up the just the sell tax to like say 15-20% even if they want, and then they could have the buy tax really low, which would incentivize people to buy opposed to selling. Plus, for like whales who are dumping millions and millions, 20%, that is a lot of money. So a lot of these whales are not going to be willing to do that. Um, so I think that is really cool. Also, they are very, very in tune to their community's wants and desires. So like recently, the community wanted a poker game, and they set them up with a poker club on Poker Stars. And not only that, they're streaming all the matches or whatever you want to call it, and on top of that, they're giving away ETH prizes, Ethereum prizes. So that is really, really cool. And they have a leaderboard, which is always good because that, it promotes competition. Because humans, we're very competitive. So that is very cool to see that they're doing that. And then on top of that, they asked their community, what do you guys think about making a commitment, so very long term, because it's a commitment to burn $10,000 worth of SHIB at minimum every single month. That is huge because, to put it into context, when SHIB did their billion coin burn, that was about 23 to $25,000. That's it. I know that is a lot of money, but if you're talking about a project that's willing to do 10 grand at minimum and is going to be doing this, you could see, a billion tokens burned every single month. But then there's also ETH Shiba. There's Shiba burn. There's the portal. This and the Shiba Swap 2.0. This is gonna let you send coins to be burned. You got Shibarium coming up. So many things for Shiba Inu coming up. I'll get into that in a minute. And SHIBTORO is it's helping with that. Now the head developer of SHIBTORO, he made a ton of money in Doge, he made a ton of money in Shiba, and now he's just trying to give back. He's already put up $100,000 of his own money, for burns and stuff like that. And he's even set targets out in the future, like when we hit this, we'll burn so much, and that is very impressive to me, and it's very awesome because it shows his commitment to the Shiba Inu community and the SHIBTORO community. Because, like I said, with this project, it's all about them. They vote on everything, they suggest different stuff, and then they make it happen. So I am super, super excited to see what they do. Also, they have a lot of things going for them that can make them similar to Shiba Inu, because a lot of people are getting new into investing. They're going to know, a lot are going to get into Shiba Inu, hoping it'll do what it did last year, and with all its utility. But then a lot of people are going to be looking for the next Shiba Inu, and SHIBTORO is definitely um, in the running for that. They, I mean, just amazing community. The fact that they're helping out another project with Burns, the fact that the developer in it has already made some amazing calls himself and like what he was invested into. Um, I really, really think this project is going to have a ton of room to run in the future, and I just can't wait to see what is in stake for the future of SHIBTORO, because again, this this is a really good project. You know, it's really about the community. The community wanted uh, Shib Burns. The community wanted the poker game, and all that stuff is happening. So I really love to see community um, making good on all of its promises and treating the community like they should be, because the community, that's the building blocks. Without the community, you have nothing. Like without you guys, I wouldn't have anything right now. I would not have a YouTube channel. And I really appreciate all of you and all the love and support you guys have shown me. And I know SHIBTORO is the same thing. They appreciate their community so much. But I will never bring you guys a project where the community is mistreated or promised a lot of things and then they just all fall apart. I won't do that. Some projects have harder roads than other ones, and we shouldn't just count out a project because they might have one or two hiccups. But if it keeps happening and happening and happening, I won't even bring that project to your guys' attention. I just won't do it. There are a few projects that I'd like to talk about sometimes, but they just keep missing every shot they have, they miss. So I can't do that. But SHIBTORO, awesome project. Um, I really have faith in the community and in the head developer of it. But the next one I want to talk to you guys about is Volt Inu. Now this one just released their play to earn game, which I think is so cool. So it's kind of like you're racing for whatever project um, that you're backing, and you're pretty much I'm not 100% sure because obviously I haven't seen it, but just from what I heard in the video, um, you're essentially in a car and you're trying to escape the cops, and you're just trying to dodge traffic and dodge other obstacles that might be in the way. Um, and then the people that get the furthest on it, um, there's a leaderboard, and the people that get the furthest on it will win a prize of $10,000 in a buyback and the burn on whatever token they're racing for, which I think that is huge because like Shiba Inu, Shinobi, Zelda Inu, Zombie Inu, so many different projects are going to want to take advantage of this, especially a lot of the hyper deflationary ones, because it adds so much more to what they're doing. Because again, like $10,000 in a burn, that's a lot. When Shiba Inu did its burn, when Shibburn did the burn, it was just a billion coins, which is about 23 to $25,000. And I mean, this project is talking about, or this project is talking about, sorry about that, burning, doing a $10,000 buyback and a burn for the people that get really high on the leaderboard. And not to mention that this is a game that's going to be around for a very long time. And for people that want to race on behalf of whatever project, they have to pay $50, and 80% of that is going to go back into the prize pool. So you can imagine, thousands of people coming in to play this, and how much money could be up for the prize. And then if you look at a newly listed token, $10,000 burn. I mean, that could burn billions, trillions of their tokens, depending on how many they have. I mean, that can be very, very good for a new project, for a catalyst that can really help them take off. So I really like what they're doing there, and then they're trying to be very similar in a lot of ways to Shiba Inu, but in the same ways do things that set them aside. And this racing game is definitely one of them. Voltoshi did, yeah, I know Voltoshi, Shitoshi. Yeah, you can obviously see this one's trying to be like Shiba Inu, but different. Um, Yet at the same time, kind of almost like a shout out, like um, um, yeah, pretty much just like a shout out by having Inu in their name. So I really like what Volt Inu is doing. I think they're going to be huge. I absolutely love their mascot. I'm such a fan of wolves, especially white wolves. So yeah, I really love the mascot that they have. And then just all the utility, all the things they have planned for the future in this game. I think that is really, really awesome. And so many tokens are going to come to their community to race, and then a lot of them are going to come to the Voltinu community to be actual, Voltinu holders. So I think that is going to be very, very good for them. And then next one I want to talk to you guys about is Shiba Inu. Now, I just want to give you guys some quick updates on this one. So, they recently burnt or had buys amounting to 523 billion tokens. Now, that is awesome. That's 12, 11 or 12. Just doing some quick mental math. Yeah, 12 million dollars. Like, that is a lot of money. Not to mention that it was about a week ago someone bought $89 million of Shiba Inu. And now, when whales are making purchases like that, there's a good chance they know something that's right around the corner that we aren't privy to. Because I mean, when you have millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, you don't play by the same rules we do. Just in the sense that there can be a lot of extra information that you can have access to, and depending on if a lot of the people you network with also are that wealthy, then there's just that much more change. You're going to hear about some info that the rest of the people just don't. And the other theory behind it is it could be a very large exchange that's wanting to just buy as much Shiba Inu because they don't think the price will ever be at this point again. And not to mention, a whale with 4 trillion Shiba Inu added to their position at I think it was around 2443 or something like that, and that is just so impressive that that they're loading up like that. And then like I said, Shib burn that billion, and then ETH Shiba they're also on the back end when you buy from them. They're burning. You got uh, SHIBTORO. They're doing. They're talking about committing to doing burns every single month. And then there's going to be a lot of people from Shiba Inu racing on Volt Inu, which is just going to give even more burns to this project. And then any day now, they should be dropping Shibarium, which that is going to be a ton of burns. Plus, there's a lot of people who theorize, and I'm in that camp, that when they launch Shibarium, they're going to do Satoshi is going to do a massive burn. I mean, to me, that would make the most sense because Shibarium alone is going to do a lot of burns. Plus, the fact that it's a blockchain, that's going to make transactions way cheaper because you won't have to use Ethereum. Um, I think that's very good because Ethereum it's a good coin, but their gas fees are just outrageous. I mean, just so ridiculous. So I think a lot more people will come into Shiba Inu. We're going to see a lot more burns. We're going to see Shibarium, and we still got Shcoin and ShibaNet. Um, the portal on Shiba Swap where you can burn, where the people who are in the swap can send tokens to be burned. You got now payments that just added a feature to where you can choose either 1% or 100% of your profits to be burned. And I mean, most people would be like, why would somebody burn their profits if they're just a store accepting Shiba Inu? Well, because then they can brag about it. They can say, hey, we just did this. They can host burn party essentially. Like, if we have this much, um, uh, let me restart. For example, if they could be doing a sell, and on this sell, instead of stuff being marked off, it's for every bit we can burn of Shiba Inu at like say 50% profit or whatever. Um, on the vendors end, like they would donate 50% of their profit, but they would also match anyone else who decided to burn it. Or they could even do like we'll burn 50% of profits, and then for that day, we're going to match that 50%. So, like, if people spent, $1 million and they allocate, 20 grand or so of profit to that, then they would essentially just match that profit. So if it was like 20 grand, they'd put another 20 grand in, and that'd be $40,000. Now, these numbers are way higher than what most of the places are going to have that are going to be accepting Shiba Inu, but we got places that can be used where you can use Shiba Inu. I mean, you got GameStop, you got AMC, Nordstrom's, Home Depot, Ulta Beauty. You have what's that? The one where you can buy books. Barnes and Noble. You just have so many more even that you're able to use either now payments or a different form, or some of the stores actually just accept Shiba Inu. So that is really good. Then you have like Turkey talking about possibly adopting Shiba Inu as a currency in a few other countries, and then you have a lot of the senators that are very bullish on Shiba Inu. I mean, a lot of them are more just talking about adopting crypto in general, like Bitcoin, but there are a lot who are really bullish on Shiba Inu. So that is very good because, those are the people who are going to be making the regulations. And I know it doesn't sound fair, making regulations on something you're invested into, but that's pretty much how it works with politics. Like even say, for example, the stock market, when negative stuff happens, a lot of the people who are passing policies tend to have, millions and millions of dollars in profit after they pass said policy because, why not? I mean, if you could vote on something you're invested into, you probably would. I mean, to especially to make money for it. I think politicians should view that differently and should be held to different standards. But that's for another channel. um, but Shiba Inu is going to have so much momentum behind it. Plus, if you just look at the chart, they've been consolidating for quite a while now. And in the past, when they've gone through a consolidation phase, like back in May, they had a huge upswing from there. And I think even in October when it ran, prior to that, I think it was consolidating for a little bit. So very excited to see what they have coming up next. And then the very last one I want to talk to you guys about is Zombie Inu. Now, after I made my video last night, after I posted it, all the Shiba Inu was pretty much bought up. Or the Zombie Inu NFTs were all bought up pretty quick. And when I did it, there were still like 580 or so. So I mean, like, people got into it and started to buy it very fast, which is what I expected to happen. But I never expected it to get to 0.1 ETH. But for the people that did buy it at 0.5 ETH, the team came out when it was at 0.3 and we're like, well, for the people that bought at 0.4 and 0.5 are going to get, like, for every one they got, they're going to get 2 extras. So they're going to 3x. So Wallet with 10 now could have 30. Like, that is pretty awesome to me. So right now on the secondary market, you can get a Xenu NFT, and it kind of went like I was saying it would in a previous video. The floor was like 1.2 ETH or 0.12 ETH. Then it was like 0.14 ETH. Then like 0.2 ETH. By now, I don't know what it is. It might be back up to 0.5 ETH. It might be 5 ETH, with no decimal. I honestly don't know. But they have not revealed what it is you will get with these NFTs. So, I mean, somebody could have the golden Xenu right now, and they could be listing it for sale because they have no idea what it is. And, I mean, just a quick recap. There's the golden Xenu, that's $250,000. There's 4 Xenus that are carrying stacks of cash. Each one of those is 10,000. There's a muzzle, which gets you 20,000. A gold bone gets you 25,000. A Rolex, or Xenu with the Rolex, gets you a Rolex. One with like a headset gets you like a Xenu inspired DJ headset. And then there's one with a guitar that gets you a Xenu inspired guitar, which I think is really cool. And then there's even one with the kazoo that gets you a 3-day all expenses paid trip to Las Vegas, which they said they're gonna have some huge itinerary. And my personal opinion is in LA, the conference is coming up. I think it's in NFT LA or Crypto LA, but the one that's coming up in like a week. I believe that would be a very good opportunity for them to drop the info on like what people got with their Xenus. So that could be really impressive to see. because on that day a lot of people might literally become millionaires. Um, and then right now, like the people, like I said, the people selling them, you know, it's a very very good price right now. So I would just say, not financial advice, but if you want a Xenu, do not hesitate on it. Go and get one like right now. Like, I'm not even saying finish the video. I'm saying go right now if you want one and get it, because the floor is just going to get higher and higher and higher. And at a certain point, when it gets so high, people might stop trading it. They might be like, you know what? I've bought and sold a lot of them. I've made a lot of money. But now that it's to like 10 ETH, I'm just going to hold it because I have a feeling it's just going to keep going up and up and up and up. So there's going to be a lot of people wanting to do that. And don't forget, with the institutional investors, analysts are saying around $100 trillion could be entering crypto, the metaverse, play to earn, NFTs, blockchains, all of that. So that is massive. And with all these, if it's a good project, and there are so many good projects out there right now, um, they are going to have so much potential, especially the new ones, because if a lot of their catalysts kind of coincide with this bull market or even the super cycle or even like mass adoption of crypto, you could easily see 1,000x's in a few different projects. But without that, I mean, like SHIBTORO, Volt Inu, um, Shiba Inu, Shinobi, Clifford Inu, Zelda Inu, Poochie Inu, Zombie Inu. These are all projects, and I'm sure I even left a few off, like Revomon and maybe Blockchain Monster Hunt, Venomon. But these are all a lot of projects that there are so many people already into that they are going to have a great, great opportunity if they have a catalyst that coincides with the bull market or even super cycle. Like I said, these are all projects that could do anywhere between 100 and 1,000x easily. Now, with exception to Shiba Inu, because that is one that I really do believe we're going to see another 100x in Shiba Inu. But I don't think that's what's coming up next. I think we're going to see a 10x during the cycle. But again, no one really knows what Shiba Inu, because I mean, they ran like 45 million% on this last year at their all-time high. So who knows exactly what they're going to be doing, but I'm very excited for all of these projects, and I will try to do my best to keep you guys informed. But again, remember, the Voltinu, the game, it's live, so you should go check that out. There's a free version of it, and then yeah, the people get the furthest in it, they're going to do a $10,000 buyback and burn. So that is really awesome. But I'm gonna get off here tonight. But um, I love all you guys. I love the support so much. Like, I can't wait to see where we can grow this, because I don't even want this to be a community. I want this to be a family. I want each of us just to help prop each other up in hard times, and I want all of us to find the best opportunities we can to really make ourselves wealthy. Like, I'm talking generational wealth, millionaire status for all of us, at least millionaire. And I want us to shatter that wealth gap together and bring just a new and a better world than what any of us thought possible. But I love all of you guys, and I will be talking to you again tomorrow. Have a good night. Buy the dip when you can, and just love life to the fullest.